Hello friends, welcome to this Vijesh Exports Mastery series course titled All About How to Become a Successful Exporter from any origin, any national origin. Friends, the objective of this first video is to know what all is covered in this course. So I will tell you what all things you can find, what topics are covered in this course, so you will get an idea that how this course can be beneficial to you. And to learn more about the course on how it can make you a successful exporter. So, what are the things which are covered in this course which are very important for you to become a successful exporter? Friends, the course includes the discussion on the origins of international trade. So, little bit of historical perspective has been taken in this course to understand the various international trade theories which were suggested from time to time historically, which explained why international trade happens in spite of the fact that international trading is a very difficult proposition requiring long distances, lot of efforts, lot of difficulties, risks are involved, and in spite of that the trade happens. So the different theories which were suggested have been covered, which includes theories like classical competitive advantage theories, classical strategic advantage theory, the classical product life cycle theories, and very importantly, the most famous, the most popular in current times, that is the diamond theory, which is also called the national competitiveness theory. So all these things are covered, which actually will give you a very good foundation for understanding the process of international trade. Then friends, a discussion has been made in this course how to start the exports. So for example, you have to start with a great idea, because great idea has a lot of importance. So what is the importance of having a great idea, a good idea for exports? And that is where the process starts. And how do you develop a great idea for exports? So these things are discussed, and also how you evaluate the different ideas which come to your mind, whether they are great, whether they are good. So these things are all covered in this section of the course. Then friends, the course also includes a discussion on where to get the market intelligence, market information, market data, how to carry out the international marketing research, the desk research, the field research, where to find the hard to find information, international information, what are the sources of free or paid market information or data, and what are the different online resources which are available for getting the international trade data and market information. So these things will be discussed in this course with examples, with small case studies. All the topics will be covered. Friends, then the next section in this course talks about understanding the local rules and guidelines for export. So every country has their own local guidelines and rules, which normally are enshrined in the local government's foreign trade policy. Every country has their foreign trade policy. That is what has been discussed with example of India. The other foreign trade policies are also very similar. And how the local governments classify products, which standard they use, whether they use international trade classification harmonized system. So all these things are discussed in this section. And how do they classify the exporters, and whether they provide any incentives for export transaction. So these things are covered in this section, friends. Then friends, a very important topic has been taken up in the next section in this course, which is on international contract. How to sign the contract, what is the structure of the contract, international contract, what is the international agreement based on which the letter of credit is made or documentary credit is made, and what are the different clauses of the typical export contract. So what is the structure, and how do you update yourself with respect to the issues concerning international contracts, export contracts. And A case study has been included in this section, which is focused on the exports contract. Then, friends, the international commercial terms, which is popularly known as Incoterms, the latest being the 2020 Incoterms, and the earlier one, which is 2010, which is still used. And what are the changes in 2020 which have been brought about over the Incoterms 2010? All these things are discussed in this section, and what is the importance and role of Incoterms. So these things are discussed in this section. So friends, you will learn about this international commercial terms also in this course, and you will also learn in this course, friends, about getting international payments. What are the different methods of international payments? Which method is more secure? Which method is not so secure? So, what are the different methods and modes? And what is the typical export framework from the international payment point of view? So, our discussion has been made on a typical export framework so that you can understand the context of international payment. And what is the international payment flow through banking channels, especially the letter of credit or documented credit, or it can be date drafts also. And the tips and techniques has been discussed, shared to keep yourself updated about the letter of credit. So these are the things which you will learn in this section in this course. Then friends, a full section has been devoted on exports, documentation and procedures in this course. So typical export transaction framework is again discussed from the documents point of view, and the documents in the category of pre-shipment, auxiliary documents, regulatory documents, post-shipment documents, and in the pre-shipment, what are the principal documents. So all these international documents you will learn in this section of this course. Then friends, very importantly in today's time, the international business is happening through online channels. So our discussion on the practical tips of the different aspects of online export management, like exports pricing, communication with the business partners, the international payments, the legal aspects of the international contract and transaction, and the exports packing and delivery, and finally about the documentation and insurance. So the tips and techniques, practical tips and techniques are shared in this section with respect to online exports management. So you will learn all these things in this course. So friends, towards the end of this course, we have a section on all about moving goods internationally. So you will learn some very important information which is required to become successful exporter, about the international logistics, international supply chain, about the shipping terms, the shipping companies, and what are the different modes of transportation which are available and which are very popular in international trade. So these things are covered in this section. Then finally friends, in this course, a very interesting case study come assignment has been shared with you, which deals with the export of cotton rugs from India to Italy. So a particular contract has been discussed in this. What were the challenges and the opportunities in this particular situation has been discussed. So you will get a complete idea in this course, the things which have been discussed in this course from this case study, and by undertaking this assignment, you will understand the entire concepts discussed in this course. So friends, this course is very, very useful to you, and I am expecting you to see on the other side of this course, being the students of this course. So come and join this course, watch the next lessons. Thank you very much.